Hey, do you have mice running all over your house? Do you want a non-poison way of taking care of them? Or do you just need to monitor the situation because you've had them and you've gotten rid of them? Well, I got a great product for you guys. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about it. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Gals, welcome back to the channel. Craig here again, howtopest.com. And today, I got a great non-poison way of monitoring for mice or just trapping those mice that you can't get rid of, or you need something that's just there all the time so you have peace of mind. And what am I talking about, guys? I'm talking about the Little Pete. And no, this is not the nickname that your girlfriend or wife gives you. This is Little Pete from JT Eaton, guys. Here it is right here. JT Eaton, you can see on there, I have the white version of the Little Pete. These come in multiple colors. They come in like a stainless steel looking color. They come in the white I'm showing you. They come in black. So whatever your preference is cosmetically, that's the one that you're going to want to get. Now we also have the window version that on here, this section, it'll have a window. So without opening it, you can look directly in and you can see what you have in the trap. Now, how do these work? Guys, you see the holes on the side? There's a hole there. There's a hole there. The mice enter in those holes. When you put those out, those holes need to run along the wall. So, put this here between my legs. If my arm is the wall, that's how the trap is going to be set. So when the mice guide along the wall, they go into the trap. Now, JT Eaton, who makes fantastic products, guys, we have so many of them on our website, they claim that this holds up to 10 mice. 10 field mice, maybe. It's going to be crowded, but hey, mice are curious. One goes in, the other one follows. So maybe it does hold 10. The most I've ever caught in this are 5. But that doesn't mean that could have been they just didn't have a bad mouse situation going on at the account that we had this at, and that's all we've ever caught. These usually stay ongoing in our accounts, in our houses that have us. It's usually commercial accounts. But if you want to put these in your garage, out on your back patio, that's a fantastic spot too, guys. Now, I've showed you the front of this. I've showed you the sides. That's the bottom, nothing special. They open just like that. There's no lock. They just open, guys. So if you're worried about pets getting into them, then you're going to want to put something on top, a rock, it doesn't matter, something weighted so your pet can't drag this off and play with mice, your cat, whatever. So if you see inside, what happens is these are the doors right here. The doors out here where my finger is, they go in. This has a trigger in it that when they go in to this, I don't know if I can show this, it presses, I'm not going to be able to show it, so just take my word for it. They go in, it presses down on there, and then it comes back up. It's kind of like a one-way door. Not kind of, it is. It's a one-way door. And then they enter. There's holes on the back of these. If that's it, there you go. There's holes on the back of those, and now they're in the trap. And then they just conjugate in there, and if you don't check them in time, they die. So how often you check it, that determines on how long they live. If you don't care, then they die. These come with, JT Eaton has a glue board. Do you see it right here? All this stuff is on howtopest.com, guys. You need it, go over there. You need help, call, we'll walk you through it. There's 3 glue boards on each one of these. I don't know how we sell this. If we sell it by the case, you think I would, but no, I don't. So it may come in a 10-pack or it may come in a case. It may have a couple options. A case has 72 of these in there. It will last you a long time. Now, do you need these glue boards? No. Do I use them? No. Does it make it easy clean out for these? Yes, because you just take the glue board out, you throw the mice in the trash, and you're ready to go. If you don't do that, you're going to have a lot of droppings, pee-pee in here, dead mice, all that good stuff, maggots, the whole 9 yards, because if you don't check them, they're going to die, you're going to have maggots. It's gross. Trust me, it happens. If you need, a little pro tip for you, those of you that care out there, if you need to remove the mice from the glue board, and you are going to go relocate them because you have a mice relocating service, you're going to take cooking spray, not WD-40, because obviously you care about these mice deeply. So you're going to want to take cooking spray, Pam, whatever. Hold the trap where you're going to release the mice. spray it on the glue board, the little micey is going to fall off the trap. Little Mickey Mouse, he's just going to fall off, make his way back to D-Land.
You never heard of Disneyland?
And everybody's happy, guys. But these glue boards, they have their purpose. I mean, I just told you a couple of them right there, but typically we don't put them out. Now, if you're in your house and these are just occasional, it's not a commercial account, and even some commercial accounts, some pest control guys love these. It's just it's a preference. So, but you don't need them for the trap to work. Now, do you need to put bait in this trap? Nope. You don't need to put bait either. Do you need to put bait on the glue board? Nope. Don't need to do that. Can you put a little dot of peanut butter in there because you're trying to entice them? You can. You can put a little bait in the middle of this bad boy right there. Just put a little dot in there, and it's got little holes here. They can sense what's in there. They can smell it, both sides of the trap. Does it make it more effective? I don't know. I never put it in there. One thing you need to be aware of, if you are going to put a bait in there, now you got to be aware that you may be attracting other bugs like ants. So just be cognizant of that. So that's one of the reasons, probably the main reason we don't put bait in there, is because we don't want to attract another problem and then have to deal with that too. So I would just either put them out just like this, or I would throw a glue board in there. Now, the glue boards have where you can date them on the back. That's going to be more for professionals out there. They need to know what's going on. When did they date this last? When was the last time it was checked? And they come with little cards that I didn't bring out here with me that also have the date, and you can put that on the outside or the inside of this Little Pete. Now, these Little Petes, when you put them out, keep them out of the way of people. We talked about pets, but if you put these where things are going to hit them, especially in warehouses, you got forklifts going through there and things like that. We come back and we got a completely smashed Little Pete that looks like a piece of 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So they don't care. They'll run these suckers over. So out of sight, out of mind. Plus, nobody wants to see them. You don't want to see these all over your house and your garage. They're going to go in the sides and the corners, guys, right? But remember that the holes, the entry, the doors, they always need to be along the wall. Now, how many of these Little Petes do you need? That's all going to depend on how big of an area that you're trying to take care of. Let's talk about a garage. In a garage, I would probably have one Little Pete on one side of the door and one Little Pete on the other. Do you need one by the outside door? Not a bad idea. Now let's talk about the outside. You can put them on the outside. You're not going to want them in front of your garage door. It's an eyesore. But you can put them on the sides. You can put them under your patio covers where your furniture and stuff is. You can even put them against the wall by your furniture out there or under your furniture. Now, when you go under the furniture, you're kind of going away from what I said about being against the wall. So will you catch mice? Maybe. But along the wall is great, because mice and rodents, I don't care if they're outside or they're inside, they guide along the wall because it is a safety thing for them. They feel that along the wall is safe. Do they venture out? Of course they do. They venture out. But when they're just traveling, it's usually along a wall. In an attic, it's the same thing. It's usually across the beams, and then they'll travel out through the insulation, burrowing. I'm getting off the subject, so let's get back to the Little Pete. There's also a larger version of this. We'll do another video on that, and basically just holds more mice. It comes in the same colors. It holds more mice. I talked about the window on this. I'm not a big fan of the window. It's especially if it's going to be around areas where people might see it, because you don't want people just looking in there and going, oh, I got a lot of mice, man. I don't want to be at this place, or I don't want to be in this house. So that's a preference thing too. Some people might like the window. It makes it easy to check. You basically just look down and go, hey, I'm good. You don't have to squat down, pop the door open. But I mean, how hard was that? You get your calisthenics in for the day, get your squats in, you know what I'm saying? And it's a 2-for-1, exercise and mouse trapping 101. But guys, that's about it on these JT Eatons. They're cut and dry. They make it real easy to use. Different colors, like I said. Go over to howtopest.com. You need one, you need two, you need a case. We got it all. We sell them in all different versions, all different colors, guys. Same with the glue boards. We already talked about that. Guys, if you have any questions, gals, if you have any questions, throw them in that comment section down below. I'm happy to answer them. Thank you for all the thumbs up, guys. You subscribers, you keep the channel alive. Thanks for putting up with all my stupid jokes, my stupid puns, guys. I appreciate you out there. Any videos you may want to see, I'm happy to do those too. Throw them in the comment section. There may be something I haven't thought about. I'd be happy to do it for you. When you dispose of these, sometimes you're going to want to wipe it out, disinfect it. Do you have to? No. Here's the nasty thing. It kind of attracts them. But do you want to smell all that stuff? Nah, probably don't. So every now and then you're going to want to do a little disinfectant. That's BAM, where these things come into play. Another reason you might want to use these, because you just pull it out, put your gloves on when you're doing it, put some gloves on, and then just toss it in the trash, and you're good to go. That's it, guys. Have a fantastic day.